Most of the time, when discovering a tape or video of previously unseen footage, you will find images of family events such as weddings or holidays, or just scenic or historical views. But sometimes lost tapes are found that contain darker, more inexplainable material. These often find their way onto the internet, where their content frequently shocks and baffles viewers. Well, here are 5 terrifying and disturbing lost tapes. As a warning, although we will not be showing any deaths or anything like that in this video, some of the clips you may find disturbing. Blanket Room Soup. This video, which has been scrutinised extensively since it was first uploaded to the internet. The earliest version appears to have been published on November the 26th, 2005 by a YouTube account named Renaissance Men, and was originally titled Freaky Soup Guy, though it's now commonly referred to as Blank Room Soup. The Renaissance Men channel added a caption to the clip, which reads, "We don't know what this is." It's worth noting that Renaissance Men created his YouTube account just a day before posting the bizarre clip, suggesting he joined specifically to upload the video. Although nothing overtly violent occurs, many viewers have found it unnerving. Take a look. In 2007, another video featuring the same trio surfaced, and the ending fueled much speculation as to the fate of the man involved. It does indeed have a slightly ominous feel to it. Take a look at this clip. Freaky Soup Guy has subsequently been re-uploaded to a variety of video sharing sites. The recordings have prompted a range of theories regarding the backstory and those involved. Perhaps the most enduring and horrific rumour is that the tape first appeared on the dark web, and that it is indeed a snuff movie. The man we see was kidnapped, forced to eat a soup made with the remains of his murdered wife, and that after the camera cuts to black, he is shot dead. Of course, there is nothing to substantiate this theory, and we would not be showing it if we strongly believed that this was the case. What we do know is that the costumes worn in the video are not new. They are characters from an act called Ray Ray, created by a man named Raymond Percy, an animator who had worked on TV shows such as The Simpsons. And it's been suggested Raymond's perception of himself inspired the characters, and that they were brought to life as a live act in 2012. However, Raymond maintains that the videos did not originate from him, although the props are his, but claims they were stolen from a car after a Ray Ray performance at a venue in Hollywood's Sunset Strip. Shortly after the theft, he received the strange videos via email, and was surprised that the individuals dressed as Ray Ray moved in such a sinister manner to the professional performers, noting they must have studied the actors intensely. So are the people that stole the Ray Ray costumes behind this video, or did they sell them on? Perhaps to individuals who have, at best, decided to perform a peculiar prank, or at worst, have used the costumes to disguise their identity while committing a criminal act. Or as we suggest, was the whole thing concocted by Raymond himself, just having a little fun with his old creations? What do you think? Ricardo Lopez videos. Now this is a heartbreakingly sad, as well as profoundly disturbing tape. Ricardo Lopez was a troubled young man who from a young age isolated himself from society and became engrossed by celebrities, with the actress Jania Davis becoming one of his earliest obsessions. In 1993, Ricardo turned his attention to the Icelandic singer Björk. He expressed his admiration for her in his journal, referring to the singer as his muse, as well as professing his love for her. However, as Ricardo's fixation on her grew, so did his disconnect with reality. In 1996, Ricardo became aware of Björk's relationship with the musician Goldie. This enraged him as he viewed their interracial relationship as unacceptable. On January the 14th, 1996, he started a video diary, and within a few minutes, he confessed his outrage at Björk and Goldie's relationship, and worryingly, declares his intention to kill her because of it. Throughout the video, which is recorded over a period of 8 months, Ricardo's mental decline and mania become painfully apparent. He continues his tirade against Bjork and Goldie, and repeatedly makes racist comments about Goldie, despite acknowledging that his emotional response delays ignorance at its finest.
I mean, that's ignorance at its finest, but it's how I feel. Exactly how I feel. And when I see a white woman with a black man, that is the amount of chemicals in my head, as ignorant and as stupid, and that has to be changed because that's not right, politically correct. And look, what I feel in here is what I feel.
The footage shows Ricardo naked and disheveled as he chronicles his thoughts and his creation of an explosive device to send to Bjork's London residence. In Ricardo's last recording on the 12th of September 1986, he can be seen with a shaven head and painted face holding a gun while listening to Bjork. Behind him, a handgun sign reads, "The best of me." Just as the track finishes, he shouts, "This is for you," before putting the gun in his mouth and pulling the trigger. His body was discovered 4 days later after neighbours complained of an unpleasant smell emanating from his apartment. Mercifully, after discovering Ricardo's video diary, the local authorities alerted Scotland Yard, and the mail bomb he had sent to Bjork was intercepted before delivery. Ricardo's video diary makes for distressing viewing, and while his attempt to kill or maim Bjork is nothing less than deplorable, Ricardo's recordings are a stark reminder of the reality of how mental illness can manifest in the most troubling way. The Christian Rohansky tape. This next video is completely obscure. It was uploaded to YouTube by a user named Christian Rohansky on the 18th of December 2015, and given the title Weird Found Footage, the user has provided a brief synopsis of how they obtained the film, recounting the discovery as follows. These are movies that we found in 10 rather large boxes at an estate sale for $5 a box. It was being held in a barn about 15 miles west of Austin, Texas. There were some old records, which we also bought, some rusted tools, tons of paint cans, various other bits of old useless junk, and these boxes. The people running the estate sale didn't seem to know what they were and priced them for us on the spot. The films vary in formats, ranging from old 35mm stock reels to Betamax. We also see what seem to be the same people recurring in the movies as well. Many of the films are damaged beyond repair, but we are trying our best to repair and clean them up. As we dig through the boxes, catalogue and digitize more videos and audio, we will post more. Until then, please share with us what you think might be going on with these tapes. Despite asking viewers to provide any clarification of the footage, the comments section has been disabled and no other videos have been uploaded. The tape is mostly comprised of black and white footage, and it flickers between unsettling images, as you can see here. Although this tape has re-uploaded, no further information or explanation of this eerie recording appears to have surfaced. Dark web kidnap tape. By now, I'm sure most of us have heard about the disturbing content that can be found on the dark web. The next tape allegedly originates from this shadowy area of the internet, and if what we see is real, it's extremely alarming. The recording is taped over a period of 2 days, from Wednesday the 13th to Friday the 15th of August 2014. Though the video has been edited to just over 2 minutes, it quickly becomes apparent that we are seeing a girl held against her will. There have been numerous suggestions online that this is an example of a red room, a site on the dark web where people can supposedly pay in cryptocurrency to watch the live stream of a person or animal being harassed, tortured, and even killed. Again, there is little data to be found on this video, with its origins and potential victim remaining elusive, something which has led many viewers to brand it fake, possibly a student project or something similar. However, it is prudent to not dismiss the possibility that this is indeed a genuine recording. In 2015, an Australian man named Peter Scully was arrested in the Philippines for uploading pay-per-view videos depicting sickening footage of torture and rape of young children to the dark web. This should serve as a stark warning that the notion of a red room may not be the myth that some think it is. The videotapes of Leonard Lake and Charles Inge. You may already be familiar with the names of Leonard Lake and Charles Inge, whose catalogue of appalling crimes came to public attention in 1985. They are infamous for the horrific rape, torture and murder of an estimated 11 to 25 people between the years of 1983 and 1985 in California. These crimes were committed in a bunker that had been constructed by Leonard in preparation for a nuclear holocaust. The pair devised what they dubbed Operation Miranda, a plan to imprison numerous women as sex slaves to satisfy their sadistic desires. Leonard kept both journals and video diaries of their crimes, something that would later aid in convicting Charles. In the footage, Leonard candidly describes his thoughts and aspirations, as you can see here.
Slave, there's no way around it. Primarily a sexual slave, but nonetheless a physical slave as well. And I believe that if I can construct a holding cell, a place where I can put such a woman, a facility that is so stark and so empty, so cold, so quiet, so totally removed from the world, that I can quickly condition a young woman to cooperate with me fully.
There are many other videos which I do not recommend you try and find, but thankfully Leonard and Charles's reign of terror ended in 1985, after Charles attempted to steal from a shop in San Francisco. After he fled the scene, a worried Leonard later visited the shop to pay for the item, but the police had arrived. When they saw that Charles's photo ID bore no resemblance to him, they became suspicious and took him in for questioning. As the ID belonged to one of their victims, Leonard knew it wouldn't be long before he and Charles would be found out. In preparation for such an event, Leonard had sewn a cyanide capsule into his clothing, which he took at the police station. He died 4 days later. Charles fled to Canada, where he was arrested again for a shoplifting incident, and served several years in prison. He was later extradited to California, where at the murder trial he continually protested that he was merely a bystander to Leonard's crimes, despite the evidence provided by his videos. He currently remains incarcerated on death row in San Quentin State Prison, and without Leonard's videos, would perhaps not even been convicted for the murder of the 11 innocent people. Mine and everyone else's hearts at the Top 5's team truly goes out to the victims of these barbaric crimes.